smartest guys around, about to break it down like they won the game a million times.
Well, actually, they didn't win the game at all. And on their second time, they did worse. Zero votes in final tribal councils.
Survivor know-it-alls. Ooh. Survivor know-it-alls. Ooh. You spend a lot of money on those front row seats when you can get all the same knowledge from their tweets, baby, tweets. They've analyzed the numbers and made their call. Now it's time to find out who's the best know-it-all. Steven and Rob, without a doubt, they've got the game all figured out. They know it all. Ooh, Survivor know-it-all.
Yes, you said you were gonna sit in the other seat. No, I screwed up. Yeah, you were good. All right. Yeah, it's like I'm driving. Okay. How are you guys doing tonight? Yes. Very excited. First off, give it up for Ryan Elder and Shut Up Tim. What a great job. We're live from the Hollywood Improv. Let the people on the trains and in their cubicles, let them know you're here.
We're with the right people at the right place at the right time.
Finally!
Yeah.
Finally! Wow, what an episode, right? We got a good one. The Survivor gods were kind to us, no?
Yeah. No, Nina.
Yeah. All right, we're here. Steven, nice to see you in person.
Great to see you. It's how we interact typically through a screen, and now it's, awkward as well.
Yeah, super awkward. Yeah, we are here live at the Hollywood Improv here with a sold-out crowd. Big night, great episode. We are going to be taking questions from you guys later on during the show. You guys have cards to write questions on. Alex is going to be coming through if you want to send them that way or send them this way if you're in the back, and we're going to take questions. I've got some swag back here, so we'll give that out for people who do questions. Surprises along the way, all the fixins.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Anyway, so Steven, let's... what a tribal council.
Huge tribal. Definitely one of the best, I think maybe the best ever tribal implosion. I don't think anyone has actually so succinctly voted themselves out in such a short period of time.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
I guess I would be up there, but other...
She didn't marinate in it.
Yeah.
Although I guess what do you call it? It's like she's like the Titanic move. Like, I'm the king of the world. Watch me vote myself out. I in all seriousness, like, I wonder. I feel like the bug might have done some damage.
Yeah, she was a little bit loopy. She looked like seriously beat up.
Like, that was a traumatic thing to have gone through.
Yeah.
And then coming out of that.
I mean, that's the thing that, like, when you're out there, you do go temporarily crazy. And I think, like, actually having, like, crawling things in your ear is going to make you go crazy.
It messes you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come back from that. But in terms of what she ultimately did, can you think of an unforced error?
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't get that metaphor.
Yeah. Where she basically, the heat wasn't even really on her. She volunteered that information.
Right.
Really, it's a season where we've got a guy from Big Brother, and this is like the typical like Big Brother season where one person in the house, the Joey of the house, in week 1 is like, hey, let's get the women's alliance going. Somebody inevitably tells the guys, and then that person is always the first or second person out.
Yeah. What I loved about this episode was it looked like it was going to be a decoy. Like, okay, like, Jennifer's got this women's alliance thing. Like, they're pretending they're going to vote out Jason. You know, maybe she's in hot water too. But, you know, you typically, obviously, Alicia's going home, and then Alicia didn't go home. And it was such like a great, slowly unfolding train wreck. Where first, my favorite scene is when Jennifer's leading Alicia on the beach, and, you know, she's like, what's the most important thing in this game? And Alicia says, be honest. And then she says, win a challenge. And those are actually both better answers than Jennifer's decision, which was, try to make a big move. Like, on day 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was only that really I feel like that Jennifer would be a perfect addition to the wine and cheese team on the next Survivor Family Feud. She's right there with those answers. You know, I did love that
Love.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I did love that, you know, she was saying like in like talking with Alicia, she's like, hey, got to make big moves.
Yeah.
And I really do think that that has now completely turned 180 where now any Survivor player, it's like in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Any Survivor player is like, well, got to make a big move. Like that was immediately precedes their eviction from the game, right?
Oh, well, right, yeah.
Yeah.
How rude.
Got to make a big move.
Yeah.
Like, right off the cliff.
Yeah. But it's true, you know, I think there is this, you know, you watch on TV and it's all chaos all the time, and then you're out there and it's so boring, and I think you forget that, like, so much of the game is just patiently waiting. I mean, again, like, this is day 6, you know. She's in probably, before this, the best position on the tribe. You know, you've got Jason and Scott, and then she's the third in that group. You know, Sydney's probably fourth. Alicia's an easy boot. And then, you know, Jason and Scott are both much bigger targets if there's a swap or a merge. So she's really sitting pretty. So for her to kind of unravel that within the course of like an hour is really impressive.
Yeah. Coming into this episode, a lot of people are like, well, she's probably the winner. Because, you know, these guys will get picked off, and then she's like the perfect person who's ever coming for her.
Yeah.
And she managed to just completely unravel the whole thing herself, which is really, and for Alicia, what a turnaround for her, who, give it up for Alicia. She had a rough week where everybody was talking about, oh, she's so dumb, darn it, they should have kept Darnell, we love Darnell. And I'm talking about like on the internet, like everybody's saying like, oh, Darnell, why did they get rid of Alicia?
King Darnell.
Yeah, well, what a bounce back for Alicia.
And she played it perfectly at Tribal Council too, where she didn't like speak up too much. She just let Jennifer kind of unravel, you know, undo herself. And she would just occasionally pipe in from the sidelines like, well, that was you. No, that you said that.
Yeah.
You said Jason. Yeah. She just kind of like hung out and like let it happen. And that, you know what? Sometimes that's the art of the show. It's just like watching it happen.
Because she came in with the reputation where it wasn't like, well, Alicia's such a schemer. It was like, no, like she's not even like smart enough to make up a big lie like this. It's like she has to be honest.
Yeah.
She's like, and you don't even believe that she would come up with a lie. So yeah, good
She
for
took
her.
the embryo of the problem and.
Very good.
But what was great about the episode was like watching just how slowly the disaster unfolded for Jennifer. You know, like first there's just like the let's do the All Girls Alliance, and then Scott approaches her, and then she's like, well, no, you know, maybe I shouldn't. And then she goes to Sydney, and you know that's a terrible idea right there. And Sydney's kind of put off. And then at Tribal Council, she says one wrong thing, but like you know, it's not lost there. She says, you know, plans are up in the air, and maybe Scott and Jason are suspicious, and like just how quickly it goes from that to her like flailing and jumping up and praying, and you know, it was unbelievable.
Well, what about the part where then she volunteers, like whoa, which one of us were you trying to throw under the bus? Oh, Jason. She says absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course I was letting you, Jason.
Yeah. And Jason was really funny at the Tribal Council, just sort of like narrating, like.
Yeah, and
like,
Jeff
hold
loved
on.
it too. Like a lot of big smiles
Yeah.
and reaction shots from Jeff.
So you're the first person ever to go up to your alliance, and you're saying like, I'm probably gonna vote one of you guys out if it doesn't work out. Like he's really funny. Like I know he said he was gonna be Russell, but that's not Russell.
Well, that's like Rob Sessionino, right?
I don't
Isn't
know.
that like
No. I think he might be the modern day Eric Cardona.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's a pretty good reference, you know. Yeah.
Deep cut reference, but I like Eric Cardona.
He'll give a great speech at Final Tribal.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, isn't that like the Kristen? Isn't that sort of what Christy did? She was like, you know, I'll go with one of you two.
Yeah, I think it wasn't quite like that. It was a little bit different, and I feel like that Christy like did not make as big of an error. I feel like as Jennifer did.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, this was like a classic episode 2 boot. Sometimes the episode 2 is like a forgettable episode. It's hard to like you remember the first thoughts a lot of times, but the second sort of like blend into the scenery. But we'll remember this one forever. This was history in the making tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, who had a worse Survivor run than the girl who, in the first episode, got infested in her inner ear canal by bugs, and then made one of the game's biggest errors in the second week?
Well, so here's the question for you: was this the right decision for the Braun tribe? Should the Braun tribe have voted out Alicia or Jennifer?
Yeah, that's a great question, because you have the person who is more of an asset in the challenges, but is somewhat untrustworthy. And then I would have said an hour ago, you have a person who's kind of useless in the challenge, but she was the person who got the fire going. So I feel like there is some value to her, but she doesn't seem like she's going to be an asset in the challenges. I'm trying to weigh this out, and in the 6-person tribe, you're down to 4. We're headed towards the intentional Matt Singh territory. Right. So I said, why not? Why not? You get rid of Alicia next time.
I don't know. I just think Alicia she's more of the flight risk, right? Jennifer she's sitting there, she's desperately eager to be loyal. Clearly, she's proved, now especially, she's been caught with her hand in the cookie jar. She's got a lot more to prove. Alicia is already alienated from the tribe. You see her sitting there with her arms crossed at tribal council. You have her confessionals. These people have been talking crap about me. I owe them. She doesn't say I owe them nothing, but that's kind of the gist of what she's saying. I think that Alicia's the bigger issue down the line. I think you got to get. I would take her out.
It's interesting because I know that probably more so in Tocantins that you could probably make the parallel that maybe is Alicia the Sierra of this group, where she's sort of like the person who is just sort of written off by her tribe, and then they're getting rid of the other people that are more of the the vocal people who are acting out. So I don't really know, but I feel like I think Braun tribe is really I didn't think they were going to be the disaster tribe, but they are on their way now.
Yeah.
We've got a disaster on our hands.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're improving, right? They've got just they still got Alicia in there.
Right, and now they move forward with Scott Pollard, Jason, Alicia, and Storm / Rebecca / Crystal. Yeah. I mean, that does not seem like a cohesive group moving forward.
Right, they keep telling us that tight foursome was so tight, and so maybe Sydney is still really tight with Scott and Jason, but yeah. I mean. Alicia seems like the flight risk, right? She seems more to me from Tocantins like Aaron Lobdell, who skates by and then ends up destroying your whole tribe because she gets pulled over to the other side, and that's a classic,
Yeah. Do you think that there's going to be any dissension in the ranks between Jason and Scott now? Because Jason was the one who flipped his vote. Right. Scott stayed the course.
Do you think there's any possibility that they were worried about an idol? I know last week a lot of people said, well, obviously they split the vote intentionally because there was an idol. Is there any chance that was a deliberate decision?
Who were they worried about? Did they think Alicia has the idol?
Yeah, or that Jennifer has the idol. There's just that. So they did a 3-2 vote.
I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think it was much more that we saw Jason flip his vote, and we'll probably have to wait. I don't think that's something that we're going to find out in a secret scene. That's the kind of thing we're going to have to wait for next week. By the way, I hope nobody tried the skin soup tonight. How gross was that?
Yeah, well, we have an expert in the audience on putting your skin in the pot.
Okay. The Braun tribe, I'm very excited to have a disaster tribe. Yeah. I'm really now. Let's just bottom out. That do you feel like who's the next person that goes out here?
That's definitely Alicia, right?
It's definitely Alicia.
I think that's the boring episode we were supposed to have tonight. I was worried tonight we're going to get the Alicia episode very straightforward, kind of a weak decoy boot. I think next Braun Tribal Council, that's what we're getting.
Now, we have in Survivor, I feel like, that the seasons that are sort of shot in one place in time, that it's sort of the odd and even numbers. So I feel like that this season is sort of paired up with the other season shot in Cambodia. There was a swap in episode 3 in your season. Do you think there's any chance we sort of switch the tribes up, or do you think we're sticking with?
I think we'll probably get episode 4, maybe. I think
the traditional spot.
Yeah, we went 2 to 3, which has never happened, and obviously can't happen in this instance. So, yeah, I don't think.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about some of the things that we saw in the other tribes, and we saw Ty find the clue to the hidden immunity idol.
So can you walk me through that? So he finds the clue.
Yeah.
Which says that there's the idol's below the tree, but then he finds the idol, which is a box, and includes another clue to another tree. And in that tree, there's a key, or does he have the key?
From what I understand, he found the clue.
Right.
The clue led him to a tool, not Beast Mode Cowboy, not Beast Mode Cowboy. That So the tool led him to the tool, and then he had to like climb a tree, and then I think the tool would let you like get the idol down. So I think that was the idol up in the tree.
That's unreasonable. Like that,
Yes.
that like the thing up the tree, and that was like 20 feet up. Like there's like a good chance that no one will be able to do that.
Thank God you never found the idol in your season. There is no chance you'd be up in the tree.
I can't even think of what we do. Would we do like form a human pyramid with the whole tribe? Like,
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Do you like that?
I don't know. It seems too hard. Like you're really advantaging like someone like Caleb who maybe can do it a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, if like Aubrey was over there, like what's she gonna do? She's really screwed.
I don't know, but I kind of like that idea of the human pyramid of like you having to like work together to get it. I think
That's cool, but even
that's kind of fun.
It was like 30 feet. Maybe not 30 feet up. But it was like fully like 20 feet up, right?
Yeah, it is. It does seem like that it is a major advantage to somebody who can climb the tree. But just in principle, do you like this idea of?
Oh yeah,
'cause,
like, you need to collaborate. Like people are gonna have to work together to get it. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm surprised that I feel like every season they sort of like build up like, okay, this is how we're hiding the idols this season. I thought we didn't hear anything about that in season 31 or 32.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And it was so exciting. Like, so we discovered at the same time Ty did, and it was the same sort of sense of like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So that was I did really like that. What about the bromance between Ty and the BMC? Are you enjoying that?
I like
the mileage
it.
on the bromance?
Some people, you know, I don't know. I don't watch Big Brother, so I don't know the BMC legacy.
Right.
I get a kick out of it. You know, as like an expert on bromances, I feel like there's a lot of potential here.
Right. You never have tried to kiss any of your bromances on the show. Maybe that's what you need for become the fan favorite.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see where it goes. I felt like that was weird. Nick was nowhere to be seen. Like not even in this episode.
Yeah. He does not have a winner's edit.
No. Yeah. Now. You were talking before about that you had a winner's edit.
I don't know. So basically, when I was out in Cambodia, you know, the producers would sort of ridicule me all the time, like, "Oh, how's your winner's edit going, buddy?" Like
during the taping.
Like if some disaster would happen, you know, and they hate it because, you know, from their perspective, they're telling the story, right? They're not creating winner's edits. So I want, as a result, to antagonize them. I want to talk about winner's edits as much as possible. So I like Jason. I like Jason's winner's edit. I feel, you know, Jason's got one. And on beauty, maybe Caleb, maybe Ty. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's too early. I feel like that of the people that I saw, I was starting to say that somebody who I wasn't as high on, who I'm starting to get more or higher on, I'd have to say is Dr. Obama. I think that I feel like he's emerging as a narrator over there. So interesting stuff going on the Brains Tribe. Stuff going on with Debbie with the water. Very funny about how she can drink the water and but your friend
Yeah.
Liz, you know. She talked about how they just needed to add some embers to the Tinder, and I was like, I thought you met her on OkCupid.
But isn't that like such a reasonable piece of like, we're having trouble starting the fire, let's use embers on Tinder. Like that is the most basic
Swipe right.
Yeah. It's the most basic way to start a fire. Like, and then Joe gets so.
Yeah, hold on.
Now,
when you guys met up on the online dating site, did you guys do you also mutually hate people named Joe?
That's why I was gonna. I have a lot of sympathy for her. I've been in that same position.
I hate all Joes.
Well, you know, they want to be. They're so bossy. They insist on doing everything their way. You know, there's got to be some element to Joe, which, you know, trying to just talk about the show here. Got to be some element to Joe where he just, you know, sees this like young, cute girl and is like, I'm not going to let her, you know, take over my role as the fire guy, as the provider.
Yeah. Do you see the story that's emerging here? Is it that Liz is trying to make it go her way on the tribe, and Joe is blocking her, or is it that Joe is the person who's blocking the progress of the younger people?
I saw the story as being Joe is the one who's kind of like messing up, right? Joe dumped out, you know, a third of the kerosene. You don't need that much kerosene to light a fire. Joe broke the matches. You know, Joe like shot down. Again, this is like a completely reasonable idea that you would use embers to make a fire.
Yeah.
It's a totally reasonable idea. And
Better than embryos.
yeah. And you know, I think like all of Liz's, and then Liz was like, let's boil the water before we eat it. Now that's a completely, like anyone who's ever been camping would advise you to boil the water before you eat it.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, or drink the water. Yeah.
I mean, the history of people who are drinking the water without boiling it is not a good one.
Yeah.
When I was on the All Stars, like Sue Hawk was like, oh yeah, I'll drink whatever. I drank beaver poop. Like, you know, they'll always tell you what they drank. Rudy was like, you know, I drank water with bodies floating in it, and it didn't kill me, so I'll drink this.
Well, Bruce Cannaguy famously had like the shirt strainer,
And
right?
what happened to him?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
So also severe gastrointestinal distress.
So I feel like the boiling the water is a pretty safe decision. And the fact that he's so against it, just like it's more a testament to him than anything she does. And I thought she handled it really well, right? She goes off by herself, like takes a moment, you know, steps away.
Yeah. People just didn't understand how badly she needed to boil the water.
Yeah. What would you do in that situation, right? Like you're out there, would you just drink the water?
No, I think I would wait. I mean, we were in that situation on the All Stars. We had like 3 or 4 days where we didn't have water, and I waited. Sue Hawk was saying, "Nah, it's fine." I waited.
To be fair, I drank the water. We
Really?
Yeah. We just felt like we didn't have good firewood. You know, the amount of effort to boil water was too much. It was like you're on Survivor. Like it's better to go out with the off chance of a parasite than like get immediately medevac by dehydration. So
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that didn't work out for me. You know.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Debbie more because that was great last week that you first brought up that the similarities between Debbie and Coach, and it is just continuing. And I think she's onto it. I mean, she said in her bio, like, what Survivor you most like? She said Coach.
That's
period.
It's a bold statement. It's like saying like I know that I'm ridiculous.
Right. It's weird that she has the awareness to know she is like Coach, but yet is continuing to go out there.
Yeah.
But you know, very fun. What was your favorite Debbie moment?
I mean, definitely. I mean, sitting out the challenge has got to be pretty great. You know, she talks about how wonderful she is at doing everything, and then she's always the one who's kind of at the sideline sitting out. You know, we've got the biggest frontal lobes. She's definitely like head cheerleader. You know, she's got that going on.
Yeah, use your gray matter.
Yeah.
So what do you think ultimately on Debbie? Are you going to say 30 or 40 cats?
I mean, cats. There's nothing wrong with cats. You know.
Yeah. So you're saying 40?
Let her have as many cats as she wants.
Do you agree with my take that Dr. Peter is looking like he could be somebody who is like on that trajectory?
I thought Peter looked great this episode. I thought Liz looked great this episode. You know, I thought they both. Should have saved that bombshell for the post show. Yeah.
No, I feel like I think that he's really turning into somebody who could be a narrator. What about of the 3 women on the beauty tribe? Is there one in particular? I felt like that this was a quiet week for Anna.
We didn't see any of them. I like Michelle a lot. I feel like she's got, you know, she seems to be. Really liked the first episode. I didn't really have any awareness for this episode, and then Julia too was. I think all 3 of them just kind of talked about the Ty Caleb romance.
So ultimately, coming out of this show, do you feel like the story now will continue on, that Braun will continue on this trajectory?
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, we don't even know if Beauty went to tribal council. Like, who do you think would? I mean, I guess they're setting up like a little bit of conflict between Debbie and Joe versus everybody else. But you know, who would Beauty? You know, there's no real story there in terms of like who would go home.
Do you think that we are going to see the All Girls Alliance take hold in the Beauty tribe if that tribe goes to tribal council?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, who knows? You know, we didn't see anything in this yet.
Because we had Ty, who was on the ropes last week,
right?
And then
now he's back.
And then he bounced back this week.
Yeah.
But he bounced back seemingly with Beast Mode Cowboy, and I feel like that's really interesting to see where that ultimately is going to shake out.
Yeah. What do you think of that romance? Does it have legs? Is it like a strategic? Is that going to be an alliance, or is that just like a fun?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a just hey, this is going to get camera time. Like
right.
This is like I know how silly this is, so let's play this up for camera time. Or is it sort of like a genuine friendship that's happening?
I feel like there's a level where those are the same thing. You know, you are doing it. People are like commenting about it. It becomes a thing. and then you find yourself buying into it on a strategic level too, because like it's like a thing out there. So you're like, well, yeah, I guess we're together.
How much are you aware of that in the modern game? If somebody's playing something up for the camera, like playing for the hashtag, like how weary does that make you out there?
Yeah, it's a good question. I didn't really feel that way on Cambodia, that anyone was really doing that. I felt like we were all very like in the moment. I'd probably be annoyed about it, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's something that I think I would have like a low tolerance for it.
Yeah. Did you feel that was? I didn't feel like that. If anyone, Ty was doing it, but I didn't feel that he was.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
The stolen kiss.
Yeah.
Cuddalicious. Like Ty might be playing for the cameras too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But
he's so great.
He could be. Do you want to talk to some of the people that are here?
Yeah.
We got questions from you guys. Okay. We have a lot of visitors here. We have somebody that came in midway through the show,
right.
But I do want to talk to him. Can we get Penner up here? Wow, what an ovation!
Much better. Here we go.
Wow!
Should have kept him on the sidelines.
Look at you!
Stolen it.
Thank you so much. That's incredible.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that was beautiful.
Yeah. How you doing?
Great. Good evening. Is this on? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
Hi.
Yeah. So we have 3 tribes, something
Yeah.
that you know about.
Yeah.
We have a professional athlete out there, something that you know about. What has been your reaction to Scott Pollard in terms of comparing him to Jeff Kent?
Well, he looks like Lurch to me. I can't ever look at him and not think that. Or, I didn't know Jeff Kent was an athlete. No, that's the craziest thing, right? He was a rancher and a guy who had motorcycle shops. That's what I knew. And when we got off the airplane, he, of course, traveled first class. And my wife is waiting for me, and she said, "Were you on the flight with Jeff Kent?" Oh, really? I'm like, how the fuck do you know Jeff Kent? And she's like, "It's Jeff Kent. You saw him hit a home run at Dodger Stadium. You played with Jeff Kent?" And I'm like,
Was Jeff the motorcycle guy? What are you talking about?
yeah, so I didn't know him as an athlete, except that one time there was one challenge. I'm sorry, I got my hands full. There was one challenge where we had to like swing balls or something,
Yeah.
And he said, I can do that. And I said, so you can like throw balls? He's like, I can throw balls.
Yeah.
So you never knew the entire time you were out there that he was an athlete?
No.
Wow.
Had no clue. And I'd seen him at Dodger Stadium, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you need help with? This is like a challenge.
Like a challenge.
Where's Jeff Kent? Yeah.
Fuck Jeff Kent.
Wow.
Jeff Kent wouldn't pee on your head if you were on fire, man. I'm sorry.
Oh
No, that's the truth, man. He had no patience for us. He was like, fuck the Philippines. He literally, fuck the Philippines. This place sucks. There's nothing good about this place. And I'm like, dude, you're playing Survivor, man. This is Survivor. It sucks.
It does suck
He did
though.
it all
yeah.
the time. It sucks.
What did you think of Scott Pollard? Do you think that he has that same attitude?
No, he's thrilled to be out there. I mean, I missed half the episode because I was driving over here, but he's so excited. His problem is, like any of us returning, if you're not playing against only returning players, he's got this huge target on his back. Not only is he enormous, right, and obviously an athlete, but you got to be able to do the math and say, dude played in the NBA for how many seasons? I think she doesn't need the $1 million. That's what I'd be saying about Jeff Kent. That's why he never told us what the hell he did.
Yeah.
But isn't that a reason to like bring him to the end? Like he could go deep because of that.
No, because the argument would be once you've made it to the end, you could say, look, I had a target on my back the whole time.
Yeah.
I have no business being here, and I survived.
Yeah.
And I would give the money to charity or something. You know what he would say?
Yeah.
Right?
So that tribal council tonight was one of the weirdest ones that we've ever seen. Is that similar at all to anything that you ever experienced in your Survivor across 3 seasons?
That kind of madness?
Yeah.
Jesus. No, I mean, Abby would...
She's the worst, right?
She's a witch?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was, she's impossible Wiccan person or something,
Wiccan?
But she never stood up there. What was that about anyway?
Oh, yeah.
No, nothing like that. That was deep. I mean, that was incredible, wasn't it? I sat there going like...
Yeah. What do you think they thought that she was gonna do? Was she gonna like do like a dive off of the thing, or like is God gonna like strike lightning down?
Well, the thing is that we know that the tribals can take like hours. And as you get deeper in the season, they're 2-3 hours long. Jeff digs into everything, every single thing. So who knows what was said up there? She realized she was digging herself a grave and was desperate to get out of the grave and was losing her mind. Obviously, the ear thing got in there for a while or something. Ate her brain. I don't know.
You love horror movies. How did you enjoy watching the bug in the ear?
I loved it, man. It was incredible. But didn't you guys think like the bug was going to be huge when it came out of your ear? Right? You're sitting there picturing like it's got to be, like a boll weevil. And it was this little tiny thing like my nail. But then you realize once it's in there, it's deafeningly loud. It must drive a person crazy.
And it did.
It did. Obviously, it succeeded.
Yeah. Now, you're also somebody who's been medically evacuated in a season. Do you get are you excited for a season with lots of medical evacuations? Are you like, yeah?
Wait, why? Why would I be excited for that? I'm not a sadist. I mean, and I don't good. If I couldn't win that way, fuck them all. 18 of them. Kill them. You're just giving me shit, man. No, I'm not excited. No, I mean, it's dangerous. Guys, you signed a stack of contracts like this. Did you? The first time I played, they had this stack of contracts. And I said, I'll sign it. But nowhere here does it say you're not going to kill me. You know what I mean? It says that you could kill me and I'll forgive you if I die. But it doesn't say you're not going to try to kill me. Can we put that language in there? And they actually changed the contract to say
really?
Yes,
we will not try to kill you?
Yeah, no.
I didn't sign that contract.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you're not going to try to kill me. Walk off of this bridge. Go ahead. You signed the contract. You said you'd do it. So they did. They changed the contract. That's true.
Wow. I should get that in every contract I sign.
You just got to read the contract.
Yeah. I want it in there. You will not try to kill me. And if anybody pushes back,
I can't agree to that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, very, very fun. So happy that you're here.
Thank you. Very happy to be here. Thank you.
All right. Well, hang out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Should I sit here or should I go away?
Sit here. We got 4 mics. All right. Let's talk to Max. Max, are you still here? Did you leave? Is he gone? It's like, how are these survivors going to do the Price is Right if we can't even get this? All right, here we go. Here comes Max, sauntering like it's a challenge to the stage. Yeah. Max loves Penner. Yes. Here's Max. Yes. Max Dawson, how you doing? Whoa.
Better.
Opening
Much
his
better.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Last time I did this, it didn't work out so well for me. I still haven't talked to one of my best friends.
Yes. Yeah, Max. Well, Max is gonna come. He comes in with hot takes on these
Yeah.
live shows. Not everybody likes it.
No. Well, who do you want me to destroy my relationship with this week?
Well, so you're, as I said, you're sort of an expert in what not to put in the pot. What did you think?
Definitely.
What did you think of Jason's decision? How did that play out for you?
Yeah, just avoid the pot in
Yeah.
general. Stay off the pot, kids. Definitely not. Yeah,
That's
the pot.
not what so many other survivors have told me.
No, I mean, is Ozzy here?
Yeah.
He's going looking for that idol.
Uncle Cliffy?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the person from my season, because I don't want to end any more relationships. It's everything you do is a potential reason to vote you out, and it's whether it's scrambling, or it's sleeping in someone's spot in the shelter, or putting something in the pot that shouldn't go in there. You have to be hyper vigilant at all times of what you're doing because everything's under the microscope.
What I know, Max, you've seen so much Survivor. Is there anything that this sort of reminds you of this crazy tribal council that we saw? Either the don't I swear I swear in front of everybody don't do this, or the just completely somebody just making themselves be the person to be voted out.
Well, and like Jason said, like we've never seen someone say to their alliance.
Yeah.
Like, have we seen that before?
Clearly, I am not the expert that I was made out to be before the season. When I'm seeing that, though, when you're talking about people kind of voting themselves out, the first thing that came to my mind was Tyson and Heroes versus Villains. And obviously, it's a very different case.
Yeah.
But here's a situation where there's really no reason why Jenny should go home. She's pretty much good with everyone. Not just everyone in the audience likes Jenny. It seems like everyone out there likes Jenny.
But to me, that's a lot different because that's where the votes split and counting the votes. It's not like that Tyson did something at that tribal council to make people like switch their votes. The one that maybe comes to mind, how about Danielle DiLorenzo in Heroes versus Villains? But then you had Russell, who was like the instigator there.
The other one is it's another guest we have is Corinne in Karamoan, where. Yeah, just really, yeah. Where, she had a plan with her alliance.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, we'll talk about
that. Yeah. But again, I feel like that's still a little different. But just to have it come up at tribal council and change a tribal council. Steven, you say people just don't change their votes at tribal council.
I guess I was wrong. The Braun tribe seems to be, but that's I feel like that's a testament.
Voting
to
blocks.
Yeah. Right. But is that a good thing? Like that's the question. Like. On some level, it's a good thing that they're so flexible. On the other, it's like maybe they shouldn't have changed their vote.
In this case, I just feel like have we seen someone though who's gone so quickly from being in such a position of power and being so well respected, both again by her fellow tribe mates and by the audience, to within 5 minutes in the episode, everyone in the room is like, oh my God, I can't believe she's going to do this. She's really doing it. She's going home tonight.
Yeah.
And like that sort of, as you said, slow motion train wreck unfolding over the last 5 minutes of the episode. A lot of winners picks gone home. Ryan Elder, I think, is in the house tonight. Had his money on Jenny. A lot of people had Jenny. A lot of people were rooting for Jenny, and it was kind of shocking to see her implode like that.
Yeah, but in my experience, right, somebody that goes home has pissed people off before that 5 minutes. Right. I just don't really believe that everything was roses with her. We didn't see it, maybe, but they must have felt she was going bananas out there or something. The whole episode with the earwig or whatever that was, she was obviously a tenderoni out there, and she lost her mind, and they just looked at each other and
Right.
And that was that.
And we saw Jason, like even in the shelter, kind of looking over at her with Alicia and being like, there's no chance. Is there? So you're right. There's like some kind of baseline for that.
We also talked about her in the pregame as somebody who did not seem like she knew a ton of Survivor before she came in, and as Max can tell you, that's the biggest determining factor of how well you do on Survivor, how much you know, right?
Of course. Like look at Rodney. No, but I'm actually most concerned that this means we're going to lose Jonas again.
Yes.
Because Jonas only seemed to have come back because Jenny was on the show. Does this mean the sushi surfer is gone for another?
I think maybe for
season?
Jonas, maybe it was like a short commitment in 2 weeks. So sure, I'll come back into Survivor for 2 weeks. Sure.
It's a bummer.
Well, he's gone. He's gone. He came back. Steven, I really wanted to ask you, what did you think of the performance of the players using the slingshot tonight?
Yeah.
How was the form?
The slingshot, actually, the slingshot is the hardest part of Survivor, and I think that they did it better than I would have. So yeah.
Everybody had it right down the middle.
No one, they all hit their own targets or no targets, which is better than what I did.
Well, I've actually got a question, a second chance kind of inverted season order question, and that's, was this idol being so hard to find possibly related to the idols on your season being a little more easy to find, and maybe not the ones at the challenges, but the ones that are kind of like right underneath the shelter and stuff like that? I know we talk sometimes about how when 2 seasons are shot back to back, one season reacts to the one that came before it, and some of the twists specifically. Do we see that in any way as a possibility?
So you mean because the idols were so hard to find this time, they made them slightly easier to find on my season?
Less convoluted, less steps, less keys up in the trees.
Maybe. I honestly, it was not that easy to find. But
under the shelter versus 90 foot up in the Aussie tree.
I mean, no, for sure. I mean, maybe there's always some kind of like oscillation like that. Yeah.
Penner, but you're somebody who found the idol in the Philippines. Now, how mad would you be if you found out that the idol was all the way up in the tree like that?
I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be mad. I'd figure out how to get up the tree.
What would you do? Would you try to climb it?
Climb the
I'd
tree?
either climb the tree, or I'd go to Carter
Yeah.
and say, not Jeff Kent, and I'd go to Carter and I'd say, come on, buddy, I found this thing. We're going to work together, and you use it as a tool. I mean, the idol can be a fantastic tool, not just to save your ass at Tribal. You use it in many different ways. I think it could be a great opportunity to get somebody to align with you.
But you would have told Carter that it was an idol.
If I couldn't get up the tree myself.
Yeah.
But I was telling those guys, they were like, where'd you go? They'd be sitting in the cave. I'm like, I'm looking for the idol. What you should be doing.
Yeah.
Because there's an idol out here, guys, and one of us is going to find it, so I'm fucking going to find it first.
What did you think about last week when Tai Trang went to go look for the idol, and they came up to me, and he said, I'm looking for the idol. Can I just have 5 more minutes?
It didn't play great, I mean, I don't know, it's awkward. I told him straight up, look for the idol. It's out there, try to find it. That's what I'm going to do. I was just honest with them,
Yeah.
And I don't know what he was playing at. We only saw a tiny little piece of it, but he was smart. He knew it was out there, and people are so concerned. We got to stay together. I don't want to alienate the rest of them. And I'm like, I ain't alienating you. I'm playing the game. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So go and do it too. Don't be crazy, man, because otherwise I'm going to beat you.
I was surprised when Alicia went off looking for the idol that no one followed her. Like she's going out there, like why not just like walk with her? And then, because Alicia finding the idol can totally scuttle all your game plans at that point when you think she's the vote. Like why not go with her?
Why not? Because people are afraid.
Yeah.
People are afraid of like pissing her off, or the other folks are going to think that I'm in an alliance with her. I mean, people are so fear-based.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Aren't we?
In this case, they're also so disdainful of her. I mean, Jason is so disdainful of Alicia that he's just like lying there. He's like, I'm not going to get up and burn calories to chase her around. There's no way she has the firepower in her brain to find it. And that's a huge mistake, because anyone could have that moment where they stumble on it, and you don't want to be on the receiving end of that idol because you were too lazy to get out of the shelter.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Corinne up here. Let's get Corinne. She's coming down. That.
Undo a pause. Wait, you don't have to leave. Do you want me to start laughing?
Okay. Yes.
No, let's get another chair.
Okay. So here's Corinne. Corinne, jump on the microphone. Here's Corinne.
Max is tall, so you get the chair.
Yeah. We could share. Corinne, how are you doing?
Hi, Bill. I'm great. I'm great.
Corinne, was Steven onto something when he said this was like you in Caramoan tonight?
I really didn't know what he was talking about. You mean why? Why did you say that?
The way that your boot episode portrayed you, which is probably very different than what happened in real life, was that you guys had a plan. You, Malcolm, and company had a great plan to blindside Phillip, and then you went to Dawn.
Right.
And were like, and therefore.
I went to Dawn because she was hysterically crying like a maniac.
Yeah. But anyway, the way
Right.
that the episode looked was like you went to Dawn and kind of like revealed this plan, and as a result, they were like, let's vote out Corinne.
Yes. Well, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, but no. Okay, if we're pretending that I'm like Alicia in this equation,
You're the Jennifer.
you can go fuck yourself right now.
That's fair.
All right. So, Corinne, what was your take on the events of the night?
Well, first of all, I can't believe it's taken this long to get me on stage and no one has made this comment. That Jen looked like Tom Cruise on the couch. That's a
She
straight
jumped the
up.
couch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
I'm in love.
You were supposed
I-
to save that for our podcast.
That's all I thought. I was like, oh no, oh Jen.
Yeah. You were very high on Jason in the preseason.
Still high on that.
Still high
Very
on Jason.
high on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like how he handled the whole situation.
I like how he handles anything.
Anything.
Oh,
Anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
my word.
Yeah. I'm feeling all that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't
Am I making you uncomfortable?
You like those gauge things in his ears?
I mean, I don't need to
Am
be
I
able
just
to put
really
a
old
key.
or something? But that's
I
like,
don't
I
need
just want
to,
to
like-
stick my finger in his ear.
I don't love. Look, I'm not kidding. I don't love that. But like, I'm not mad at that. The whole package is. Look, I don't go for Jewish guys. I don't go for nebbishy Jewish guys in old
Wow.
Navy performance fleece.
There's a lot of people on the stage.
The whole
Wow. Rob's not Jewish.
Yeah. Close enough, right?
Man, are you pissed you didn't get called up sooner? That was nebbishy Jewish guys. Shit.
Where's Stacy? Is Stacy here?
Stacy's
'Cause
with
she
some
loves-
nebbish. She's with some tattooed freak over
Oh. Stacy, way to step out.
Stacy.
So Kyle Jason Sargent, whatever we're calling him, I'm super pleased with him. I got really nervous halfway through the episode because, this motherfucker was like, he might be going home. I'm like, no! I couldn't have lost him. I would have been so upset.
Yeah. And Alicia now have you embraced her now? That I know you were very excited. You were sad about Darnell last week.
Yeah, sad is an understatement.
Yes.
Um,
I thought she bounced back.
No. No. No.
No.
No. I don't have good impulse control either.
Low impulse
And
control.
yeah, I'm not feeling Alicia, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Okay. That's,
Sorry, Alicia.
that's
And also, if it takes you 6 hours to make fire and you didn't find the idol, so I don't know how many hours it took you to try and find the idol, but we didn't have an elapsed time because you didn't do it.
Corinne, I want to also get your take on the Thai Trang.
Hotness of Scott Pollard.
Well, I can't imagine we're going to spend a lot
How
of
much
time
money
on
does
that.
Scott Pollard still have? Anyone?
What?
Anyone?
What'd you take, like Love Potion number 9 before you came on scene?
I was really.
Corinne's on
I was in the
ecstasy
corner
tonight.
for a while.
But talk about the budding romance or
Oh, that is a good topic.
Thai Trang and
between
Beast
Thai
Mode
Kid.
Cowboy.
All right, so first of all, I look, much like the dad in Dirty Dancing, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I feel like I was wrong about Caleb. I really like him.
Oh!
Yeah. I do.
What have you done with Corinne?
The part of Corinne will be played by. I was really super into Caleb. I liked him a lot. And I especially was super shocked that he's not homophobic at all. And he's embracing, although I have to say it's kind of like a plot line. He's been on a show before. Are you guys feeling that too? He knows that's gonna get him camera time. Who feels that way? Yeah.
With
I got that
these
too.
survivors, that when you have to declare something, I feel like the survivor that's out there, I am not an idiot, okay? I am not going to do something dumb at tribal council tonight. It's always you're kind of
I will eat this rock if I.
yeah, I'm gonna eat this rock. Make one thing is clear tonight. So I always feel like that's going to a little bit
He went out of his way to clarify,
Yeah, go out of your way to say something. I don't know.
I know, but all of the other girls on the tribe were kind of buying into it, and they were like, "Oh, there's a bromance." I mean, has there ever been a straight gay bromance?
Sure.
Oh no, that was just a gay bromance. No.
I
That's
mean,
cute,
yeah.
though.
No, well, going back to the first season, you had Richard and Rudy.
Well, if you ever thought I would go back to the
Yeah.
first season.
All right. And then also, the other guy you were super high on in the preseason was like Rudy Joe.
Joe!
Are you, I mean,
Still high on him.
What? Why? No, come on.
Have you seen his body?
What? Really? It's like a sexual thing?
It's just like he must care so deeply about his body, and like.
And not his mind or like any.
No. Well, first of all, who cares about that? But also, you're not gonna get me to turn. Penner, you're not getting me to turn on him. I love him.
Max, are you having second thoughts about podcasting with Corinne? Do you think she lost it?
Never. She has a very clear type: tall, rich, ripped. She doesn't deviate from that. I like her consistency.
I don't usually go old. I go young. I go real young. But in this case, I do. But I honestly like Joe because I think he's got it together.
Okay. All right.
Are you bringing someone else up? Go ahead.
Well, let's get Tyler up here too.
Yay!
And then Alex.
Tyler,
I know.
the creator.
And let me get Alex, you have the questions? Let's get some of these questions up here also. Here's Tyler.
I made the edit. This is where should I sit? Should I just sit right? I don't know.
Yeah, just off screen, slightly off screen, please. Yeah, right there. That's great.
What, you're gonna play? You're gonna play something? Whoa!
I actually loaded up some YouTube music, piano solos. I was gonna play as I'm totally untalented.
Doing a bit. All right. So Tyler, very excited to have you here. I feel like in the evolution of strategy, I said that I like Tyler because I feel like he's like Stephen Fishback but with less neuroses.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I like that.
What does that even mean? Like it's like nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. So how are you doing, Tyler?
I'm great. Hopefully, a little more catapult strategy as well. But I'm happy to be here. I can't believe I made the edit.
Yes, you are. So, what has been your take on the brains versus beauty versus brawn?
I'm enjoying it. 2 episodes in. This is fantastic. What I'm shocked about is how the brawn just can't shut up. I mean, last week watching Alicia, one of my favorite moment of last week was when Scott Pollard comes up to Alicia. She's obviously on the very bottom, and he's like, you're on the bottom. As for people who have been on the bottom, as most of us all have been, like she looks at him and she's like, maybe I'm the idol, maybe I don't. And it's like, no, girl, that's not the way to play the game. So, and then watching tonight and watching just the way that the people are like maneuvering, and she like stands up and does this whole like Stalin thing. It's like when you are on the bottom, you shut up and just let the game play out. So, anyway.
Sweet. Jen, I think we need to have Jen Brown up here.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. You like this question? All right. All right. We have a question from David Healy. Wants to know.
Yeah.
Steven, if you were on the Brains tribe, whose target would you hit, brawn or beauty in the immunity challenge?
You hit the beauty target. They're gonna win anyway, so you hit the winning target.
Yeah. Hey, you have it all
That's
figured
the
out.
strategic. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got? Okay. All right.
This one seems normal.
All right. Corinne has a question.
No, I gave it to you already.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So this is a question from Anonymous. Were Ty and
Pussy.
Debbie's wacky edits a major foreshadowing of Jennifer's epic meltdown? Do you think, is that something that happens, that they show other people being wacky? That's sort of like the harbinger of that the third person who's wacky is going to go home? Is that a thing? And what do you call that edit?
The wacky edit? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about a wacky edit.
That's not. Tanner says it's not a thing.
Okay, Steven said this is a good question. Did Alicia know what she was doing, or did she luck out? That's from Mickey.
Boy, I mean, I would say that it was luck. What do you think, Steven?
I thought she had enough to contribute from the sidelines. That she did, like she was, intelligent about the way she acted.
She was like perfect for what was going on in that moment. Like she played her part exactly what she should have done.
Did anybody else feel like Alicia made smoke and then Jason kind of came in and kick-started it?
Yeah,
She's like,
she
something.
stirred that pot just right to let what's her name, Alicia,
And granted, she
cook
didn't come in with
herself
much weight, but didn't she look like she's lost like 35 like Skeletor pounds? Like she's coming in just like gone.
Poor Alicia. Corinne, what do you think about her lip tattoo? Have you seen that this week?
What? Which lip?
Yeah, she was like,
Who did? Alicia?
yeah.
Says
What?
lo-
I'm
says
sorry. I'm gonna need
loser.
you
What does it
to
say?
elaborate on that.
I believe it says audacious.
Stop it right now. First of all, who has enough room for audacious? Those are some good lips. That is a lot of room. No, real talk. She has the
Yeah.
word.
Am I lying? No. Yeah.
What do I think about that? Well, that is a classy girl right there. I hope my brother meets somebody like that. Okay.
We got another good one from Dave. You want to read it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my hand. Goddammit. Is Beast Mode Cowboy getting the winner's edit, Dave? Honestly, that's actually a problem I'm having. I will never relinquish the crown.
Of what?
What crowd?
Yeah.
Well, of nothing. Just I don't want a Big Brother person to win. Do any of you?
No.
What,
Very tacky.
What did it bother you when Natalie
Yes,
won?
of course it did. Of course it did. Obviously it did.
Corinne, I didn't know you had that much Survivor pride.
I have like a pencil shavings worth of Survivor pride.
Corinne's been talking
It
about
fucking
building
chopped
a
my ass
wall,
though.
building a wall around Survivor so that people from those other shows can't get in. I mean, listen, we don't go and win their shows. I mean, we sometimes go and then the airline person closes the gate in front of us. But we don't go and win their shows. Why do they have to come and win ours?
Okay. All right. How about from Jeff Pittman? Jeff Pittman's here.
True North Times.
Yeah. Have Tony and Natalie and Mike's wins pave the way for someone who plays as aggressively as Jason to actually win? Steven, could you put that in context?
I was not listening.
Okay. All right, so our aggressive winners, a la Tony, a la Natalie, a la Mike, are they paving the ways for somebody like Jason to come in and potentially be a viable winner?
I think you're definitely right that like when you're out there, essentially you could vote for anything, right? Like Survivor, like what matters on Survivor is entirely what the cast determines matters on Survivor, and you base that determination partially on how the seasons you've played. So yeah, right? Like, would you guys agree with that?
I think that's basically how the jury works. Yeah. Okay.
No, but we living in a more aggressive time, right? In the last 15 years, I don't mean to get political, but we're about to elect a reality TV, star's going to be the president.
Wait.
No, I'm not. That's not bullshit. That's true. I'm not. Wait. That's true.
I don't know.
Right? Isn't that true? That's how Donald Trump, 15 years ago, he couldn't have run for president.
So
now he can. Tony can win Survivor, and Trump can become the president.
So Trump could become president because Tony?
No.
Look.
No.
I will make it great.
No, they're both symptoms of the same situation that we're in now. That's to my mind.
Yeah. So which political candidate was Jennifer?
Yeah. Martin O'Malley. I don't know.
I guess so.
That's pretty quick.
Okay.
Rob, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you think Nicole's winner pick Debbie is going?
Nicole
Nice
is here.
job, Nicole Stradamus.
Yeah.
Wait, she's here?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Why
Yeah.
is she not on the stage?
All right, Nicole picked Debbie to win the game. Penner, what do you think of that pick?
That's not a good pick.
Not a
Is
good
that a
pick.
sight unseen pick? What'd she throw a dart? I mean, had that?
I don't know.
That was a sleep pick.
Sleep pick. Okay.
I wonder where
You got
is
a
her
cheerleader over
tiger
here.
negligee.
What's that?
Her tiger negligee.
Nicole, how dare you, Corinne? That's personal.
All right, we got a good question from Roger. How ironic is it that Anna has had immunity twice already? No,
How
nobody.
ironic is what?
Because she's.
That's a long way to go for that joke.
Okay, all right. Well, Roger, I'm with you. I liked it.
Yeah.
That's a different one. Is Jason's sunburn indicative of a Cochrane-esque victory? Hashtag. I don't know. A lot of hashtags. Yeah.
Okay. We have, a lot of questions about Steven with the slingshot. That was really the number one thing you guys wanted to know about.
It's very challenging.
Graham wants to know, Penner, where do you get your hats?
This one is Gorin Brothers.
Wow.
And I was lucky enough when I play Survivor, I go to the Gorin shop and I show them pictures of myself playing Survivor in their hats, and they give me more hats for the next time I play.
All right, so we've only got a couple minutes left here in the show, but we want to try to do something crazy. Miles, you want to come up? All right. So first off, okay, so let me do an official presentation here. This thing, which before Steven went out to Cambodia, he was the winner of the Knowingest Know-It-All trophy. And here he is, finally in possession of this trophy you won back in May.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to give you a chance to win it this season as well.
All right. Well, maybe that I could get a chance to win it right now.
Oh wow. I don't know about that. Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, let's bring on Miles, and Miles is actually a consultant for Survivor with the Challenge Department. That let Miles say hi.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Yeah. Miles has been on the podcast
How
before.
about these guys? How about the know-it-alls?
All right. So, Miles, can you explain a little bit about what we're going to do?
So the listeners to the podcast cannot see that what I have for each of you is a small perch that you must balance on while holding a headdress.
I hate that.
And there are balls that spin around the wire track on the headdress, alternating left and right.
No.
So I made this in my garage. No. We're going to play a game. This is a world premiere game. It's never been played before. I call it Cards Against Immunity. Okay? So if it doesn't work, we'll just Brooke Bougeot this whole segment.
Okay. All right. Also, just to make it interesting, I want to get somebody up here from the crowd to win a prize package. We got a huge bag of swag. This came to us that from one of our listeners that we have an assortment of. We got a lot of good merchandise here from Warner Brothers. That I've got like 15 Blu-ray DVDs. Max, just read off a little bit of what we got here.
Max, read it.
Yeah. Sorry.
We got Jack and Jill. Treasure Island.
No. We have. Yeah, I got lots of Blu-ray DVDs. We got a Batman shirt. We got an incredible prize package here for somebody. All right, Corinne, pick somebody from the crowd to come up.
Yellow shirt. You gotta get the yellow dress.
All right.
She's wearing some sort of buff nightmare.
Okay. Here's Donna. Okay.
Buffy over here.
All right.
Honestly.
Penner, can you pick somebody also? All right.
Yeah, you, dude with the glasses.
Dude with the glasses.
That's like 90% of the audience,
Okay, good pick. Booing.
Boy, what's the matter with him?
Yeah.
Make me proud.
What's wrong with you guys?
All right. So
He's perfect.
Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. So, okay, Miles, you're gonna explain the game, and then Donna, you're gonna bet on either me or Steven who's gonna win.
Oh.
If you win, and we gotta probably go quick with this game. Donna, if you pick the winner, you get the prize package. If you are wrong, Matt will win the prize package.
Wow, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But if you turn down the prize package, everyone in this room gets the prize.
All right.
She's wearing Flint as her necklace, I want to point out.
Wow, Flint necklace.
Claire's Boutique.
All right, real quick, we gotta start to wrap this up. Okay.
All right, so do we make the wager now?
Okay. No, let's
We don't know
explain
the game is.
So here's the game. Here's a random stack of cards. These are names of survivors.
Turn them over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the one for Steven and one for Rob. So this is played like
can
Cards
look at
Against
these?
Humanity. Yeah, it's okay
Can
for you to
Steven
look
see
at
them?
them. It doesn't matter if the other
Okay.
person can see them. It's not that kind of game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name a characteristic like is good at challenges. You must pick someone from your stack and make a case for why that person is good at challenges. So this is gonna sort of reward trivia, but also reward like making a cogent case. Now, I generated these names by just clicking on random on Survivor Wiki, and it just gave me
love
really,
Survivor
really
Wiki.
random names.
Yeah.
Once again, yeah.
So there's
If I
no
lose,
like
yeah.
cheap shots or easy gags in your deck, but if you want one, just ask and I'll give you one because we're trying to do an entertainment show here, for God's sake. Okay. So from your deck, yeah, you got a question?
No, just that we don't have a lot of time.
Who has the best social game? Pick someone from your deck and
got
make
it.
a case for why that person has the best social game. Yeah, make your wager. Who's gonna win, Steven or Rob?
I'm gonna pick Rob.
Okay, Rob is
bad choice.
wagered to win. All right. So Steven's ready. Steven, tell us who it is and make your case. Just
I don't even. This is going
one
to be the
sentence
easiest
to make-
victory. David Murphy, Redemption Island.
why? One sentence.
Best social game. This is the guy who comes out of Survivor with a wife.
All right, that's your answer. Rob, who did you pick from your deck?
I'm gonna go with Bill Posley
Okay. Why does he have the best social game?
because he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So
comedians
the
are
three
best.
judges, you have
lose,
a
you
red
guys
card
are
and a
wrong.
yellow card.
Have you watched his audition video on YouTube?
If Rob's answer is better, show red. Shapira red. If
Yes,
Steven's
red,
answer is better,
guys.
show yellow. Angkor
David
yellow.
proposed
All right,
to
show your
Carolina.
card.
Come
Who is
on,
better?
guys.
1 point for Steven.
Oh! Red.
Yeah, yellow. Two. So Steven won that round. Steven had the better argument. You want to go for first to two, or was that the whole game? That's 2 out of 3. Okay.
So we can't use those.
No,
names.
discard those cards.
All right,
Okay.
I was gonna use them
All
all
right.
the
All
time.
right. All right. So this is the tough one. Who was a casting misfire? Lynn does a great job, and really nobody fits this description. But you have to pick a name from your deck.
Okay.
Who was a casting? This is like the touchy subjects challenge.
All right.
All right.
I got
Rob
it.
has
I
his
got
answer.
this.
Rob, what's your answer?
I've got Kelly Sharbaugh.
Boo!
Sorry to the casting people.
Can you
here.
make your case?
Because Kelly Sharbaugh.
Okay. There you go.
Who?
Steven, what's your answer?
Yeah.
Jessica DeBen from Fiji.
Uh-huh.
I'm a Survivor know-it-all, and I have no idea who Jessica
No,
DeBen from
that's
Fiji is.
terrible.
All
She
right.
got screwed. She got screwed.
Judges, hand your card to someone else. Do it quick. Hand your card to somebody else.
Yeah.
If Rob made the better
Yeah,
case, show
red,
red.
red,
If Steven made the better case,
red,
show yellow. Do it
red,
now.
Red.
Rob wins that point.
Oh
Rob
my
wins.
God.
So this is for the game.
The jury is messed. The game is flawed.
The game is flawed. Yeah. All right.
It's flawed. Okay. All right. For all the marbles.
Okay.
For all
Who
the
deserves
DVDs.
another crack at Survivor? Who deserves another crack at Survivor? All right. Steven has his answer. What's the name and what's your reason?
Tony Lacos.
Oh.
Because he's the greatest of all time.
These cards are stacked.
Rob, what's your answer?
Mark Caruso, Papa Bear.
But you must.
It's real. It's real.
Yes.
It's happening. I'm coming back.
Hand your card to someone else, Judge. This is it for all the marbles. If it was Rob, show red. If it was Steven, show yellow.
Yeah.
Steven wins in a clean sweep. Steven is the knowingest know-it-all.
Yes. And Matt, you won a huge haul. There's a Rob Cesternino headshot in there also. It's a huge. What a prize package, Steven. Steven, you've done it again. You've done it again. You remain the knowingest know-it-all. You keep your trophy. Here you go. All right. What a night. Thank you guys so much. Thanks everybody who came out to travel to be here with us tonight. Really appreciate that.
It's always like so humbling and incredible that you guys make the trip. From some people as far away as like a mile away, and some people from Australia, which is really or a mark. Not you, no, that's not humbling at all. But thank you seriously. It's like means so much to us. We really appreciate it.
Really, thank you again, everybody, for coming out, and everybody who watched the podcast. We've got so much more coming up in the next couple of days. We've got an exit interview. We're going to talk to Natalie Anderson. We're also going to do our voicemail with Antonio Mazzaro. So a lot coming up. Steven, you have a hashtag for this podcast?
I'm terrible with this. Can you? No.
Corinne? Jen?
I'm super glad I was in this podcast.
All right, we all are too. All right.
Hashtag Tom Cruise couch.
Tom Cruise couch, you got it. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Take care, everybody. Bye.